to Frank, the issue of legislation. Now let's look at it. You were talking about the Child Rights Act and saying that not just enough, but I also recall in the year 2008, there is this one from Senator Umar Abubakar, right? Al-Gungun, yeah? He said something about a bill for an act to establish a national commission for the eradication of child destitution. Others joined in sponsoring that bill. But afterwards, we've heard little or nothing about that. How important is legislation from the Houses of Assembly and the National Assembly in addressing these matters?
Well, while I said legislation is not enough, I am a child rights advocate. Legislations have been made from United Nations, Nigeria, state government. Like in Nigeria, about 21 states have domesticated the United Nations Child Rights Act. But now in a situation here where legislation has been made in 2008 and more being made, say anybody who labels a child a witch should go to prison for 15 years. And we have not seen people in prison. And me as a person, as a child rights advocate, I said no. Now, before I would want to take up a parent. Say, I love it. Let us hear what he's saying. That's why we're talking of rehabilitation center that will have to be holistic and inclusive. A parent, a father and mother say, my child is a witch. I don't think any father and mother in their right senses, even if pastor tells them, will say, my child is a witch, and tear him. You see them with deep cuts on their head, on the street. And I said, if they are saying something, why don't we have a rehabilitation center? That is what Rolif is arguing, so that we can look at it with the parents.
So if you have a Relief or a Relief owned rehabilitation center, what will Rolif be doing?
Either we have rehabilitation center owned by Rolif or somebody donates or government donates or anybody. What we'll be doing is what we call holistic rehabilitation that must be a kind of rehabilitation that must be holistic, inclusive, and integrative. Otherwise, you won't solve the problem. It's already here with us. Holistic, that it must look at the spiritual dimension of the problem. It must look at the psychological dimension. It must look at, I'm an anthropologist.